guys, what's up? It's Rachel back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be doing my Colourpop collection part 2. So the reason that I don't have a drawer sitting in front of me is I'm going to go over some of the stuff that was over here on the side. If you watched my previous video, definitely if you haven't watched my previous video, go watch that. It is part 1. So today, like I said before, we are doing part 2. I'm going to show you some things that I have here over to the side, and then I will move a big drawer over and we will go through that as well. But I don't have any updates in this video. If I sound a little bit sick, it's because I have been. I actually had COVID for the 3rd time. I have been recovering from that. So if my voice sounds a little different, that is why. But before I get started, if you guys are new, welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you'd like, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you can also hit that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Let's just go ahead and get started with part 2. So the first thing I want to show you guys is actually the candle from the Hocus Pocus 2 collection, and this is what it looks like. I'll go ahead and open it up. Like I said, this is a whole Colourpop collection video, and I'm showing everything that I own. Most of it has to do with just palettes because that's what I tend to have more of, but I do have some random items like this. So this is the Hocus Pocus Black Flame candle, and this is what it looks like. It smells so good. I am going to burn it. I just haven't burned it yet, but this is the first thing that I had here to show you guys. But the second thing I have here to show you guys, this was from a Disney collection. This is the baby collection, and this is just the big sparkly powder. It comes with a big puffer on the inside, but this is what I wanted to show you guys next. If you've been here on my channel for a while, then you know that the Disney collections are my favorite from Colourpop. This is the second item that I have here to show you. The next thing I have here to show you is the Frozen 2 collection. This is Anna's, and I hope it's not glaring because I know it was before, but this is what it looks like. I do have like the box collection. So you untie this bow down here, and when you lift it up, the eyeshadow palette, you have like the Glitterly Obsessed, you have the lipstick, and you also have the lip gloss. So I will take the palette out and show you guys. So this is what Anna's palette looks like. It's super cute. Again, the Disney palettes are my favorite from Colourpop. So this is what the palette looks like. It does have a pressed glitter on the inside right there in the center. But I love this color story. I love the packaging on this. Super cute. Again, this is what the front of it looks like. And I will go ahead and just open it up because I wasn't showing you guys that well. It was glaring. But this is like the Glitterly Obsessed that it comes with. And this is what the lip gloss looks like. I love the packaging on it. And then this is what the lipstick shade looks like. I love the packaging on this. So cute. And then this is what the inside looks like. So I will go ahead and show you guys Elsa's. This is what hers looks like. I tried to move. Let me try to move it again. I tried to move it a little bit better so you could see, but this is what Elsa's looks like. Again, it is the box collection. You have the same deal going on. So you have the eyeshadow palette, you have the lip gloss, you have the lipstick, and then you have the Glitterly Obsessed. I'm going to go ahead and take each item out really fast and show you guys. So this is what Elsa's palette looks like. And this is what you have going on. I love this color story. I think it fits the palette and the theme really well. And again, like the palette before, it does have a pressed glitter in the center. And this is the Glitterly Obsessed that it comes with. Here is the packaging on the lipstick. I love the packaging on this. I think these are just really pretty collector's items, this whole box set. And this is what the lipstick shade looks like. And then this is what the lip gloss looks like. I just wanted to take everything out so you guys could get a better look at it. And then the next thing that I have to share with you guys, this is actually a collection of Super Shock eyeshadows. And this is like the Disney princesses. Each one of these are based off a Disney princess. I think it's really cute. I'm not going to go into detail with this, but I just wanted to show you guys because, again, it is a collection video. This is what it looks like. So many people has made videos on this of like more into detail so you can really see the shades and stuff. Really, really pretty. In my opinion, it's another collector's item. And then from this section over here, I guess I will show you guys at least one more thing, and I will save the rest for another video. But this is the I Shall Always Be With You Hocus Pocus mirror. So this is the second collection that they came out with. And then this is what the mirror looks like. It says I Shall Always Be With You. Super cute. And this is what the mirror looks like. Now we will go into another drawer. So I'm going to go through all of this right here, and that'll be it for this video because I was trying to break this up. I didn't want these videos to be super long. That's why I went ahead and went over some stuff that I had sitting over here. We will just go ahead and get started. The first palette that I have here is called Orchid You Not, and this is what the packaging looks like. This is a really pretty purple tone palette. If you've been here on my channel for a while, then you know I'm obsessed with purples. That's one of my favorite colors to wear on the eyes. And this is what it looks like. It's absolutely stunning. It doesn't have any pressed glitters in here. It just has metallics and mattes. This is one that really, like, I don't feel like it got a lot of hype, but this is just a super pretty glam color story, especially if you love purples. Highly recommend this palette if you're a purple lover. Really, really pretty. The next palette I have here is the All That palette. This is a really pretty palette if you love red tones. I used to be obsessed with red tones. It used to be my go-to eye, but this is what the palette looks like. This is a really pretty, unique color story. It does have a pressed glitter in there, but it's really rich in pigment. Some of the reds and stuff in here are so pigmented. It reminds me of some of the reds that Jeffree Star comes out with, but this is what it looks like. Super pretty if you're into red shades. I don't know if they still have this palette, but really, really pretty. The next palette I have here is the Rendezvous palette, and this is what the packaging looks like. And this gold will glare and blind you guys. Colourpop likes to do this with their packaging a lot, like the glare on the back. I think it's pretty, but it's hard when you're trying to show it on camera. But this is what it looks like, and I do remember picking this one up. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I picked this up in store at Ulta at the time, but this is what this one looks like. Really pretty color story. I think this is a really pretty spring summer palette. The next one I have here is the California Love palette. This is one, it's a really pretty neutral palette. I just don't grab for this one a lot. I have so many neutral palettes. This one does have some pressed glitters in there, so be aware if you just don't like pressed glitters, but really pretty neutral palette. The next one I have here is an old palette. This one is called the Elements of Surprise. This is one of the first palettes that they released. It actually might be the first or second palette that they ever come out with, but this is what Elements of Surprise looks like. And I know for sure that this is definitely one of the first ones they come out with. Like I said, it might be the first or the Elements of Surprise. I'm not really sure. But this is the Yes Please palette. This is a really warm tone palette. I feel like at the time this was a perfect palette because everybody was so big into warm tones, but this is what it looks like. It has mattes and metallics. It has no pressed glitters in here. I don't even think that they make this one anymore. Along with the Elements of Surprise. I know for a fact they don't make that one anymore. The next one I have here is the Wild Nothing. I'm pretty positive you can still pick this one up. This one is a really pretty spring palette, and it does have some Super Shocks in there, which that's my favorite formula from Colourpop. I feel like it's really unique, but this is what it looks like on the inside. The next one I have here is the Good Sport. I remember so many people love this palette. They don't make this one anymore. And I had saw like a lot of people was wanting them to bring it back. This one, like I said, so popular, but this is what you have going on. It's just a really pretty, unique color story. It does have mattes and metallics in here as well, but it doesn't have any pressed glitters, which I prefer. Really cool, unique color story. And again, it was a really loved, hyped palette from Colourpop. I would actually like to see them bring this one back for people that didn't get it. I can't really pronounce it. I say it funny every time, but this is the collab with Becky G, and this is what the color story looks like. I actually think it's really unique. I like the mattes that they chose in here. I think it's different. This one does have mattes and metallics, and it doesn't have any pressed glitters. And I'm pretty positive that they don't make this one anymore either, but this is the Double Entendre palette. It's just a really basic neutral palette, and then this is what it looks like on the inside. It's probably blinding, but it has really basic neutrals. I think some of these remind me of Anastasia. This one and this one mixed reminds me of Orange Soda from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but it's a really pretty palette. It's just really basic. I know for a fact that they don't make this one anymore, but this one is the You Had Me at Hello. A lot of people said that if you peel this sticker off, it had something lights, like it was supposed to be a Kathleen Lights collab. This color story is not good. I mean, it's just really basic. Like, this looks boring to me. This is what it looks like on the inside. And like I was saying before, I'm pretty positive they don't make this one anymore. It's really old. The next one I have here is a really pretty palette if you're a cool toned lover. This one is actually one of Colourpop's most hyped palettes. It's a bestseller for them. So this one is called the That's Taupe palette. This one, in my opinion, it does have some Super Shock shadows in it. This is a really pretty cool tone palette. It's really easy to use. I never have a problem with the Colourpop formula. It's one of my favorites. This is just a really like a go-to palette, like an everyday glam look. or you can do basic looks as well. Really, really pretty, and I know a lot of people really do love it. The next one I have here, I actually kept it in the box, so I will take it out. It's called Snow Much Fun, and this was the Hello Kitty palette. They had like a little collection. It wasn't super big or anything, but it had like a couple blushes and maybe some lip products, but this is what the palette looks like. I think it's super cute for the holidays. Again, I don't know if I mentioned that. I think it's pretty obvious to see, but it was a holiday release. And this is what the color story looks like. I don't think it's anything special. I just think a lot of people probably wanted this because it was Hello Kitty, but it is cute. It's just a collector's item in my opinion. The next palette I have here is called Chasing Rainbows. This is an older palette. I know they don't make this one anymore, but this one was really fun. I think it's super cute. I love the color story in here. You're not going to be able to tell really well because this holographic packaging, it blinds. You can't really tell the colors that well. I don't think so anyway, but this is what it looks like. It does have mattes and metallics, and it doesn't have any pressed glitters. Super cute. The next one I have here is a Disney palette. What is this one called? This one is called the It's a Princess thing, and I love the artwork on this. If you watch my previous Colourpop collection video, part 1, I showed a lot of Disney palettes, but this is one that was just in a different drawer. Again, love the artwork on this. Super fun, super cute. And then this is what it looks like. This is just a really pretty basic eyeshadow palette. You can do really pretty everyday looks with it. And I didn't get to tell you guys, but it doesn't have any pressed glitters in here. The next palette I have here is called Truly Madly Deeply. This is a really pretty palette. This palette does have pressed glitters in here. I picked this one up from Ulta. I love the color story in here. Super pretty. This is just me in a color story. I like the mauvey pinky tones. Really, really pretty. You still might be able to get this one. I'm not sure. I know they kept it on Ulta forever. This was actually one that they kept in store. Like I know they always had it with the Colourpop range. The next palette I have here is called Through My Eyes. This was a collab with I Love Sarah E, which I'm not saying her name right. I cannot say it for the life of me, but this is what the palette looks like. It doesn't have any pressed glitters in here. It has mattes and metallics, and this was a really, really pretty one. This was one of my favorite collabs with Colourpop. This is a really pretty summer palette. I can't wait to pull this one out. It just has really pretty pops in here. Really, really fun, and I know for a fact you can't get this one anymore. The next one I have here is another collab palette. This is the Perception palette. This was with Makeup by Shayla, and this one doesn't have any pressed glitters. It just has mattes and metallics, and this palette looks very similar to the Born to Run palette from Urban Decay, except I actually prefer this palette over the Born to Run. I never liked the Born to Run palette from Urban Decay. I didn't like the formula in it. It didn't work for me. This formula was 100 times better in my opinion. I actually decluttered that palette. I didn't like it that much, but I love this palette. These shades are so similar to the Born to Run palette. Love this palette. Wish that they would bring this one back. I don't know if this one got as much hype as it deserved. The next one I have here is the Fortune palette, and this one is a really pretty warm tone palette, and I have used this quite a bit. I love the tones. I love how the warm tones lean, but again, no pressed glitters, just mattes and metallics. Really, really pretty. I'm not sure that you can still get this one. The next palette that I have here is the Fame. It has the exact same packaging, except this one is the cool tone version, and this is what it looks like. This one was a little too early for its time. I feel like this palette would be so popular now because of the cool tones. At the time this was released, I just feel like nobody really cared about it. Nobody really cared about cool tones. I feel like now everybody is more so over cool tones than warm tones, and everybody used to be about like those really bright oranges and the yellows and the reds and the crease, but nowadays people don't really go for that. I feel like this drawer is getting pretty thin, so actually I want to go ahead, since these are off to the side, I'll go ahead and get these out of the way. This is from the Fourth Ray Beauty line. This was the Powerpuff Girls collection, and this is the Sugar and Spice Overnight Lip Mask and the Powerpuff Girls Everything Nice Lip Mask. They're both lip masks. I tried these out, and these are actually really nice. It feels just like the Laneige lip mask, so I highly recommend these. I'm pretty sure you can still buy these. If not the ones in the Powerpuff Girl collection, they probably have like the Fourth Ray line version, just like their packaging, nothing like special limited edition. But these are really nice and they smell really good, so I actually really like these, and these are much cheaper than sleeping masks, which I do love the Laneige, but I'm just saying like it feels very similar. I will go ahead and talk about these three little palettes from the Disney Bambi collection. So the first one I have here is called Thumper. Packaging is super cute on these. I don't feel like this collection done that well at all, but this is what this one looks like. I think this one is probably my favorite. Really pretty mattes, really pretty metallic shades. I hope you guys can see good. The next one I have here is called Flower. And this is the purple tone palette. Really, really pretty. Mattes, metallics, and no pressed glitters. And then we have Bambi. Again, no pressed glitters, but this one is the warm tone palette. It has like that orangey rustic look. Really, really pretty, which like I said, I feel like this is like over with at this point. Nobody really reaches for stuff like this. We will go ahead and talk about these palettes right here. So I picked these up all together. This one is called Statement Piece. This is just a really pretty coral palette. I actually love the quality on these palettes. I think they're really nice. And I feel like they're really bold, colorful palettes. Then I have this one called High Society. And this is the really pretty like green tone palette. Really, really pretty. This is really unique. And then I have this one called Rumor Has It. And this one is the blue tone palette. I don't know if these done as well as they should have, because I remember like some of these going on super discount. I think these palettes will be really pretty to pull out in the summertime. But this one is called Cashmere Forever. And this is obviously the purple tone palette. Really, really pretty. And then I have this one called Too Hot, and this is like the pink tone palette. And this is the one I'm pretty sure that went on like super discount. I can't remember, but really, really pretty. Cannot wait to pull these out in the summertime. We will go ahead and talk about this and get it out of the way. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas. This is the Trio of Terror, and this is like the 3 Jelly Much eyeshadows. I'm just going to show you guys really fast. So this is like the purple one, the dark purple one. This one is the hot pink one. And then this one is like it looks very similar to MAC's Blue Brown, but when you swatch it, it's more champagne, if anything. But this is what it looks like. So we will go ahead and talk about these palettes. This one is the Mandalorian palette. I'm a really big Mandalorian fan. I just love Star Wars. I'm literally obsessed. But this is the Mandalorian palette. I keep it in the box. I love it that much. And I love the color story on this. So unique, so pretty. Like if you don't own this palette, even if you're not a Mandalorian fan and you're just really into cool, unique eyeshadows, this palette is absolutely stunning. One of my favorites. I just love the tones in here. It's super unique. So I highly recommend it. I know for a fact you can still get this palette. And I'm pretty positive that this palette had ended up going on sale for like $8, and for that price you can't beat it. I didn't get mine on sale because I bought it when it was new, but highly recommend this palette. I also really love this one as well. This is the Child palette. This is also from the Mandalorian collection. This one was released first, and then after this one, a little bit later, they ended up coming out with like a Mandalorian collection, and that was when the other palette was released. But this is what the Child palette looks like. Absolutely obsessed. I love this color story. It's so pretty. Like I feel like these 2 palettes in the Mandalorian collection, you absolutely need them. Really, really pretty. Super unique. And I'm pretty positive that if you want these palettes, you can still get them on Ulta as well. I prefer to shop at Ulta rather than Colourpop's website. Even though I have shopped Colourpop's website a lot, I'd prefer to shop at Ulta because I can get the points and then end up saving money later on. I won't take these out of the box. I'll just take one out for an example, but these are from the first Hocus Pocus collection, and these are the cream gel liners. So there is a green one, a purple one, and a pretty like red one. So I'm just going to show you as an example. This is the green one. I'm not going to take them each out because I feel like that's kind of boring. Y'all probably don't want to see it, but these are the cream gel liners from that collection. Along with that collection, I have the 3 lip kits, the bullet lipsticks and the liners. So I have Sarah's, Mary's, and Winnie's. I will just take one out to show you guys because if you guys are familiar with this collection, every sister had a red lipstick and liner, and it was very similar to each other. So this one is called I Am Beautiful. This one is obviously Sarah's. So here is the lip liner, and then this is what the lipstick looks like. Super cool packaging. I feel like they do it really well with the Disney collabs and the Disney packaging, but this is what the lipstick looks like. This one is called I Am Beautiful. Again, this one is Sarah's. It has the same packaging on the lipstick and liner. All of them does, so I won't go ahead and open up the other 2, Mary's or Winnie's, but I just wanted to show you guys and give you guys an idea on what they look like. This is what the boxes look like. Again, it looks the exact same on the inside. The next things that I have here from the first Hocus Pocus collection are the 2 Glitterly Obsessed that come out in the collection. So this one is a really pretty like purple and pink, all kinds of glitter in there. Again, if you guys are familiar with the Glitterly Obsessed, really, really pretty. And then this one is a really pretty gold shade, and this is what it looks like. We will go ahead really fast with these Super Shocks. So I have this one called Bubbly, and this is what the packaging looks like. This is a really pretty pink shade. I have this one called Telepathy. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right, I hope. But this is what it looks like. It's a really pretty green gold shade. I have this really pretty red shade called Blitzen, and this is what Blitzen looks like. I have this one that I've used a lot. This one is called Ladybird. I've actually used this as a face highlighter. I've used this as an inner corner highlighter. I've used this as like a lid shade. Really, really pretty. One of my favorites. And then I have this one called Light Up. This is what Light Up looks like. And then the last thing in this drawer is one of the quads. This is the Like a Virgo palette, and this is what it looks like. I cannot wait to use this. This is so pretty. It has that really cool shade right there that I love. It's like a matte blue brown almost, but I love the mattes that it has to back it up. Really, really pretty. And this is a really pretty inner corner highlight. Again, if you guys are curious, this one is called Like a Virgo. And then the last things that I think I'm going to show you guys are these two palettes. They were off to the side here, just so I can go ahead and get them out of the way. This was from the holiday collection, I'm pretty positive, the last holiday collection. This one is called Glam Right, and this is the packaging. And then this is what it looks like. This is the more pink toned palette. Really, really pretty. These weren't nothing special. I'm such a Colourpop collector. The other palette that I picked up from that collection is called Lock It Down, and this is what it looks like. This is the cool tone purple palette, and this is what it looks like. I know these palettes had went on sale. They had come out with like 4 of them, and these were the 2 that I chose, but this is what it looks like. But other than that, that is part 2 of this series. I will be back really soon with part 3, and part 3 should be the last part. I have a little bit more things over here to the side to go over, and then I have another full drawer. Again, if you did not watch part 1, please go do so. It is my previous video. I don't have anything else to share with you guys in this video, but before you go, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell below so you're notified every time I upload a video. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.